Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today we are drawing Iris, Talia, and Ariana from LOLIROCK. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. Voting was pretty even between the options, and the runner-up from the last video will be an option this week. Don't worry if the character you voted for didn't make it this time, the suggestions will just keep rotating until we basically get through them all. But today we are drawing LOLIROCK, and we are only drawing the main three, but eventually I do want to draw Carissa and Lena, so let me know if you guys want to see that as well. So for the sketch, I wanted to create them in full body because I like their transformation outfits. However, when I've drawn more than one character in the past, like in the Monster High or Totally Spies video, I kept it waist up because I wanted to draw them more in detail and just have a closer view of their faces. But for this one, I did want to include their entire outfit, so it was a little bit challenging fitting 3 full body poses with their entire outfit into this drawing, but somehow I made it happen. So I originally sketched this on paper as you see right now, but I did struggle with the eye placement, and I guess I was just having a really bad art day. It was one of those days where everything that I drew just turned out wrong or didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I just stopped drawing for that day. So what I did was I took a picture of it with my iPad and I sketched it digitally in Procreate. Then when I was happy with the overall proportions and the eye placement, I then printed it and traced it on paper to start the refining process. I personally do better traditionally than digitally, which is why I printed it out instead of refining it completely digitally. But the reason why I did the edits digitally was because I didn't want to have to constantly erase when I was drawing with pencil. For the coloring, surprisingly, finding the colors wasn't too difficult because each character only has about 3 main colors, with the exception of their skin, eye color, and this shared yellow gold color that they have on their outfits. I started the coloring with Talia, and originally I was thinking of doing it all at once, so for example doing all of their skin and then all of their hair, but I ended up going from left to right, especially because I already had the colors laid out by character, so it just made sense to do it per character. Her hair color wasn't really a perfect match. My light blue colors were more of a mint green teal color, but I tried to balance that out with the shading color. Unfortunately, when I was coloring, I felt like it ended up looking a little bit messy because the paper that I'm using isn't really specifically marker paper, so it kind of soaks up a little more and spreads a little more than I would want to, but I do fix this in the line art stage. Next was Iris, and her main challenge was finding pinks that matched her character, but also matched each other. And what I mean by this is that I feel like her hair is more of a red pink, whereas her outfit was more of a purple magenta pink. And as you know from previous videos, finding any exact color match from a digital piece to a traditional medium is pretty difficult. So I tried the best that I could to match up both of her outfit color and her hair pinks. One thing I had to do for Iris in the sketching stage was to make her hair not as fluffy and wavy, because if I made it super fluffy, then it would pretty much block a lot of Talia and Ariana's outfits, and I didn't really want to do that. And lastly, and definitely not least, is Ariana, and the main challenge I had for her was finding the right hair color. Her hair color is a light coral orangey color, and I found it very difficult to find that color in marker form without it being too neon or too dark. I ended up mixing a few different markers, one of them being a more neon and then one of them a little more muted, to try and get a close hair match, but to be completely honest, I don't think that it's really accurate anyways. However, for the rest of her outfit, I do think I was able to find pretty good matches. The biggest mess in this drawing was the crossover sections because of their waist cape thing overlapping. When I was drawing it, it was a little difficult because I had to make sure I knew which lines went to where, but when I was coloring it, because these things are transparent, or at least a little bit transparent, some color shows through, and because they're overlapping, I was trying to figure out a way to make them look like there was color showing through without it being too messy. And then one thing I noticed that I forgot to include was Iris's freckles, because they were there in the transferring stage but got covered up when I colored up her skin, and then I forgot. As for the line art, I used colored pens because the lines in the show aren't a bold black line, so I wanted to keep it on the softer side to kind of emulate that. I really like how their feet turned out in this piece, and I know that kind of sounds weird, but typically I can only draw from the profile side view, so these feet were not in those positions only, so I was pretty happy with the results. And one of the last things I did was add these sparkles to their waist cape, which I plan to have a quick mini tutorial video out soon on how to do that. Overall, I really like how they turned out, and I can kind of see elements of their original design within my own style. They were definitely an influence, along with Winx Club, to my current style, so I think there's small bits within my own art that kind of reflect that. The only thing that really bugs me and that I wish I could change is Ariana's hair color, but other than that, I like the results. Let me know what you guys think of my version of LOLIROCK. Don't forget to vote in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified of when they come out. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!